Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Steve Mazzarella. I'm here for the city, and it appears everybody likes this music. Keith said he was getting complaints, right? Keith says, people complain about the music we used to have. I said, people actually knew that was music? And he said, yeah, but people like it now. So there you go, Keith, nice job. It's jazzy. It sounds like, almost like the beginning of Peanuts kind of thing, a Charlie Brown, you know? That's what it sounds like. Anyway, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Hey, it's 4 o'clock. You made it week 8, day 3. It is Wednesday, and it's time for our afternoon update. And we have some new information here for you that we will share, and hopefully it will be helpful. Kathy Bonica, is it your birthday today? Somebody told me it was your birthday. If it is, happy birthday. And if it was one of those fake ones you put up just to distract everybody because you didn't really want them to know when your birthday was, then I take it back. Anyway, we are here, and thousands of masks given out today and yesterday. So yesterday, in under 8 hours, we were able to give out 6,000 masks. We got another 6,000, and I'm not sure how many we have, but we're probably going to need to get some more tomorrow afternoon to finish out the week and weekend. And thank you, everyone, for taking exactly what you need. Take what you need, and again, if you get 1 or 2 more, that's not a problem. But the mask, if you don't know, look like this, and they are 3-layered, I believe. And they come a little crunched up like that, and the blue side, sort of the dark blue side, the light blue side goes out. And obviously scoot this over, and there's a little metal piece at the top that you can kind of form, create a seal around you, pull this baby back, pull the chin down, and you're in business. So what's the new rule? So where can you get these? Well, tomorrow at 9, you can go to either the Leominster Emergency Management Center, 37 Carter Street, or you can come to City Hall and get them there. And we'll be set up again at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And so if you need them, please come by. And if you didn't have a chance to get them today or yesterday, by all means, do come by. So we thank all of those employees at City Hall swapped off all day and went outside to give out masks. And so we want to thank them. We've got a few slides we'll show you. There they are. That's group 3 or 4, and we thank them. Thousands of masks given out. There's our phone numbers, our important phone numbers at 978-534-7500, extension 0 at City Hall. Again, we are your government. We are local government. We're the closest thing to you. When you open your front door, you see the results of your tax dollars, and we want to be helpful. So whatever it is that you need, you can call that number, or you can call emergency management at 978-534-7500, extension 5055. Don't forget, Leominster Veterans Center, here to help our veterans, the best of the best work there. And there's their phone number at 978-534-7538. You wouldn't believe how many people, either veterans or veterans' spouses, qualify for assistance under the Veterans Act and do not apply. So 534-7538, at least ask. You never know. For elderly who need rides to the medical appointments, grocery stores, pharmacies, etc., Mott will be not charging. They will not be charging. However, they do need you to call the senior center and ask to set up an appointment at 534-7511. Did you have a good day today? Did you feel a little better, a little more hopeful, did you feel? Hopefully. It seems like traffic has increased. I don't know if people are taking their afternoon drive just to get out of the house, or whether this whole supplying ones with masks are giving people a better feeling. I don't know. Is this mask making people feel safer? Well, anyway, I can always tell because when I'm backing out of my dangerous parking spot at City Hall that I try not to park. Well, I stopped using it because it was too dangerous to get in and out. I can tell that it's getting more and more difficult as we go. Yes, the music brings back memories. Oh, your father played the piano. How cool. That's cool. Remember in school when all teachers played the piano? Remember that? Did you ever? No? Not in your school? When I went to Lancaster School, I think like every teacher, now that I think of it, or most, played the piano. I think. Anyway, moving right along as we tend to drift off. We're usually here for 20 minutes. 20 minutes turns into an hour, and then they're yelling at me that I have to end it. But Family Health Line for nursing home patients, 617-660-5399. Sexual assault domestic hotline is 877-785-2020. Businesses, there's that couple of different applications that are out there that you might want to take advantage of. You could call our partners at City Hall in our business development, our Office of Business and Tourism, and Melissa or Nikki will be glad to help you. And if you are trying to fill something out, having a difficult time with a form or whatever, and you need some help, give them a buzz, give us a buzz, and we will make sure we do the best we can for you. And here's some phone numbers, etc. If you have a local business, I'll keep saying it until we're out of air. But if you have a business, start thinking about, and maybe I hate to make things mandatory, but let me start off by saying, instead of making things mandatory, maybe we will strongly suggest that each business post at their business what their policy is going to be, or what it is now, and so that those entering the office or business fully understand what you could expect, so that you have a good understanding of what their policy is in terms of sanitation and sanitizing, and whether they have gloves or what, so all kinds of things. Like maybe they've separated some offices, maybe whatever it is. Think about writing yours up to inform your customers. Chamber of Commerce at northcentralmass.com, masstech.org. Let's see, small business assistance, so SBA, or you can go to leominster-ma.gov. What did somebody say? Oh, yes, thank you. As I was saying, a friend of mine made the phone call to me and said, you know, how can I help? There are specific ways, and I have to tell you, I don't have it would take me probably a half hour to give you a list of all those friends and people that we've built relationships with over time, who called me and say, is there anything you need? Is there a way that I can help? And it was genuine in the way they said it. So after a conversation, it was, we're going to need masks. We really are. This is, it's going to get to that point. We're going to need them. And lo and behold, on Monday, they arrived. And he said that he wanted as many masks on as many people. And he doesn't want anybody to know who he is. It was anonymous, but he did want people to wear them. And so what the governor has said, just so there's no confusion, what the governor has said is that if you cannot social distance yourself, then wear your mask. If you're going into a supermarket, a big box retailer, whatever it might be, wear your mask, right? It's pretty simple. If you're going out for a walk and you're by yourself, you don't need it. I just sort of let this thing hang, and it's really not been that bad, just so you can see what I mean. I let it hang. And when I need it, I just pop that baby up, reseal it, pull my chin down by holding my nose. Voila. So the governor has said, mandatory inside grocery stores, box retail, you know, places where there are going to be other people, you're not going to be able to control distancing. So as an extra precaution, that's what we'll do. Okay? United Way, offering assistance. So you can go to their website, Catholic Charities, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 8:30 to 4:30. Please call for an appointment, 978-840-0696. Ginny's Food Pantry, 10 to 1 o'clock, Tuesdays to Saturdays. So there you are. I'm going to get, let's see if we've got numbers yet. We don't. Let me check the other place that they might be. Delete. Okay. So it doesn't look like we have numbers yet. Okay, we don't. So I will wait for those numbers and share with you those numbers. But I'll give you what yesterday's numbers were. And as soon as the others come in, I will make sure you get them. Yesterday we were at, this says Monday. Sundays, numbers, and Mondays. I'm not sure that's right. So I'm gonna just bypass those for now. So small business. If you have a small business, you know somebody with small business, please, this is a really good, I mean, it sounds really good. And I'm going to go to that slide. So the State Treasurer's Office is accepting applications for small business in gateway cities who are impacted by COVID-19. Deadline is May 29th. It must be a small business, total annual sales of less than $5 million, and the principal place of business is Massachusetts. The business must have been in operation for at least a year. Okay, a year. Preference given to small business in industries especially impacted by COVID-19. Examples would be those that do home health cleaning services, personal training, fitness, bricks and mortar establishments, personal care services such as hair and nail salons, and more. Exclusions are businesses that are chains or franchises or multi-level marketing entities. So rather than going to that website that's at the bottom, if you mess up once with one character or one letter, you will get it wrong, you'll get frustrated. So just go to leominster-ma.gov, and we actually have a link for you there. On the governor's news today, testing rate is at 10% of those tested are now being tested positive. So that's actually down from 30% earlier in April, and then 17% from last week, and actually 12% since yesterday. So that's good news. Again, Governor Baker issuing a order requiring everyone in Massachusetts to wear a mask covering in public, including businesses outdoors, on public transportation, if they're unable to socially distance themselves from other people. Here's the number on all the PPEs, 8.5 million pieces provided. Contact tracing, which means if you test positive, they're going to ask you who you were around, who you've come in contact with. They're also going to call them and trace them and also test them. State sent its first request to FEMA Friday for a reimbursement under the emergency declaration for state costs related to PPEs and field hospitals. Small businesses. So this gets a little tricky because the governor has loosened up in some areas, and here's what it looks like. Non-essential businesses can bring a small number of employees in order to remotely fill online or phone orders. Facilities must be closed to the public. Employees may only engage in packaging and delivery shipping of phone and online orders. Operating hours must also be sufficient so that they can clean. And so all these things are technical things, but it's regulated by square footage. But what it means now is that you can, before some of these businesses were closed. Darlene, did you get my message back? Darlene Cludia? I know you're there and you had asked me that question. Did you get the answer? Because I think I hope I sent it to you because I did get the information back. You should be all set. So anyway, they are loosening up on some of these regulations. And anyway, that's good. And, you know, it was kind of silly that there were companies that ship online, do it as an online business, ship and do deliveries, but they couldn't open. And so now they can, and there are some restrictions. So they're all set now. That doesn't mean you can open up your doors and do retail business. So there you go. There's the consortium from other states. They're all working together to buy equipment. There's our numbers for the past 6 weeks. Kind of follows it right through. We get that real big peak in April 21st, 22nd. Comes down, drops back up, a little bit down, up, and then as of, I guess, Monday, it had dropped again. Daily and cumulative confirmed cases as of yesterday. There's your line. You can see it to the right-hand side. It's more people getting tested, but the confirmed cases are actually sort of leveling off to some extent. There's your testing by date. new tests, and then dates that have been around, a combination of tests that have been performed since day one. Cases by county. There's your real sort of heat map showing the areas that have been mostly impacted in Middlesex, Plymouth, and Essex County, with a little, Suffolk County looks like it's loosening up a little. That's a good sign. So there we are at Worcester County. As we've said, it's under 2,000 total in North Worcester County. It was like 1,200 the other day, so I want to sort of add a little bit to it, but yeah, for the most part. 3,542 cases. Deaths confirmed, now 4,212. And as you heard, they were saying, Center for Disease Control was saying 60, we're up to almost 70,000 deaths. And they were saying it could get up another 15 or 20. So clearly this is not going away. We are going to, if we're going to begin to slowly, baby steps, slowly open up some businesses, we are just going to have to be really careful. And that is the purpose of the mask and the purpose of pushing this whole social distancing, so it gets us ready for when things do loosen up. Average age, case by case, rate by a group. The average age is 53 years old, so it's actually come down a little bit. 69 average age for hospitalization. And if you're looking at the death rate, the average age at 82. But look at the far left, almost, doesn't mean nobody gets it at a young age. It means that they aren't hospitalized for it and they don't die from it. It might be one of the reasons that people get upset, because some of the younger adults or younger people maybe don't seem to take it so serious, and this just may be why, because it hasn't impacted them, so it's a little harder to take, and clearly they're getting it but not dying from it. There's by county. There's your little color graphs there, and you see, consistent with what our graph showed you. Deaths by sex, male, female, right about split, right down the middle. Deaths by previous hospitalization jumps up to 58%, and deaths by underlying conditions for those that had pre-existing conditions or whatever it might have been at a high 98%, which is substantially high. By race and ethnicity, clearly there's an issue here when you look at these numbers, and I would say across the country, the story is nursing homes, soldiers' homes, some assisted living, 80 plus, just pretty easy to figure out. And they're the ones that have been impacted by this the most all the way around. And so you see it right there. It's clear as day, and it's some in the minority community, but these numbers are high. We'll be looking at these for a while, I'm sure, trying to figure out just exactly why. Long-term care, there you go. More than half the cases in Massachusetts, as of yesterday, were a result of deaths as a result of long-term care facilities. And case by region, here's our PPEs getting distributed around the state. So are we still testing? Somebody had asked yesterday, they wish they could get tested. And I really think that eventually we will get tested, or those that wish to get tested, but it'll be a little bit, it'll be a while. Especially those that are living with elderly parents or relatives. That certainly, let me just mess up my phone here. That certainly would change things if they were able to be tested, because I think some are worried. They might be caring for somebody, caregivers, and might be a little bit worried that they may not know they have it, might be bringing it home, and that certainly is dangerous. So anyway, if you have any of the symptoms, you can go to the hospital, Health Alliance, 8 to 4, 10 to 2 on weekends, and they will test you. You don't need a doctor's note, as you first did at the beginning of all this. And then the other piece of this is that Reliant is also doing testing for customers only, and you should call ahead, and they will sort of qualify you in terms of whether or not you should go to get tested. Starburst postponed till August 21st. Graduation on a tentative note is on the 1st. If you haven't paid your real estate taxes, you have till June 1st. If you receive bills like water bills, excise tax bills, etc., those got to be paid. If they came out after March 10th, they have to be paid by June 30th. So that's an important thing to note, right? Comcast Essential Service. Again, I can't say it enough times. If you qualify, and most do, and you don't have internet access with Comcast, you can call them. And there's the phone number, 1-855. That's 1-855-846-8376. And they will hook you up to free internet. And after 2 months, it's $9.95. Also, if we are still in search, because we know there are some students out there that do not have an electronic device. Today, in order to learn, stay in touch with your teachers. Academically, you need it. We need to get you hooked up, right, through the Comcast Essentials program, and we need to get you a laptop or electronic device. Russ and Kim and Infinite Design have been very gracious and kind. They have offered to take those devices, clear them out, and then reboot them and get them to students who otherwise would never have a chance to have an electronic device. So if you have one at home, please, by all means, bring it to them. If you're worried about what's on it, don't. They clear them all out. They'll ask them if you're really worried, say, do you mind if I stand here while you sort of clear this thing out and erase it? And then they will take it, reboot it, get it to the student. The only thing is some of the computers are on the older side. They didn't come with webcams. So no problem, because they work fine. But if anybody has a webcam, you know, the old split system, let us know. They could really use them down there at Infinite Design. Grocery stores, getting hungry. Grocery store guidance, best thing to do is call there, but it's supposed to be 40% of the maximum permitted occupancy and with a max of less than 25 people. So there you go. Stimulus checks are coming. A number of letter carriers reported in. Sit patiently. They're coming in batches. Stimulus for businesses. Again, go to our website, leominster-ma.gov. Clean up those, you know, nice, good time. You know, the weather's getting better. It's not too hot. Don't wait for it to get too hot. Visit the cemetery. Go there and sort of do your spring cleaning. Bring some flowers down. So here we go. May 7th is National Prayer Day. So we ask if somehow or another you're doing some sort of a ceremony for National Prayer Day, you keep it 9 and under, masks, right? And keep your distance. We are also having our salute to first responders and those that are essential workers. And how it works is this is going to happen tomorrow, which is May 7th. It's a Thursday, rain or shine. It starts at exactly 1 o'clock. Can the public participate? Yes, you can. But you have to go to either one or two places. So don't show up at 10 past because you're not going to be able to get into the procession. So you could show up at Water Tower Plaza before 1, and you could, or you can show up at the at Francis Drake School on Viscoid Ave, and you can participate. We'll have police cruisers there, fire equipment, emergency management, and so we will have somebody in the beginning and the end, so we're safe. And so, yes, you may participate. So the first thing that will happen is at 1 o'clock, bells from churches will sound. The fire whistles will go off. And at exactly 1 o'clock, when we hear those, the processions will begin, and we will go by the hospital, nursing homes, assisted living, rest homes, the hospital, Reliant Healthcare. So the city's so big, and we have so many of these facilities that we'll be doing them in sort of split, but each, you know, half and half. But each of the groups will be going by the hospital. So that all kicks off at 1 o'clock, and we will post exactly where we are and where we're heading. So we'll sort of do that right here on Facebook. We'll let you know we are at the hospital, but we're heading to Keystone Nursing Home, or we're at the hospital, but we're heading somewhere. So those who work in those areas don't have to sit by the window at 1 o'clock, and it's going to take us another 15 or 20 minutes to get there. So anyway, that's what's happening. You can put posters and balloons on your car. You can do whatever you want, but you have to stay in your vehicle. We cannot accept you getting out. So stay in your vehicles. We take off at 1. So if you're one of those people that procrastinate, you're running late. That's why we did it at 1 in the afternoon. 1. We take off at 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock. And you will hear the bells in the city if you can't come. I believe LTV, Leominster.tv, will be there somewhere taping. Let's get by this. Yard waste, pick them leaves up, perfect weather. Could have a little rain tonight, but after that, we're okay. Get those leaves picked up. May 30th is the last day. Take a picture, send it to me, dmazzarella@leominster-ma.gov, and you might win some prizes for being the person that raked up the most amount of leaves. DPW is flushing on Prospect Street, Harvard Street area, Industrial Road, Day Street, and Lincoln Street areas. Dog licenses, if you can do renewals online, but it's been extended to June 1st. And we have our first event, because we've had to cancel quite a bit, but we're having this event. It's at the end of June. It's June 26th and 27th. Save your pennies. Businesses are putting together incredible deals. You don't want to miss this. This is like the big one. Save your money. Tell your kids, save your money. The big one's coming, 26th and 27th, citywide, old-fashioned bargain days / sidewalk sales. So restaurants will be involved, and retail businesses, any business that wants to, even if you're a factory and you have seconds, or you have some product that's not perfect and you want to sell them and give people a really good deal here in Leominster, 26th and 27th of June, so put that in your calendar. Registry of Motor Vehicles, if you need to go, there's the phone number, 857-368-8000. If you need to go, and there are certain things that you need to go for, go to the website first, check. But it's usually something commercial driver's license, commercial registrations, everything else they're pretty much extending. It is hopeful that you still do business. Here are some of the businesses. This list will grow now that the state has loosened some of the regulations. But here are some of the businesses that are still operating, doing home deliveries, and also shipping. It's time for Dr. Mazzarella's, let me put my mask on. Time for Dr. Mazzarella's boot camp, right? Just want to make sure this is on right. Assume you have the virus. Assume everyone you want to come in contact with has the virus. Assume everything you touch or make connection with is somehow or another compromised, and make sure you wash your hands and use hand sanitizer if necessary. Don't forget, we'll be giving out more masks. I have to talk to my patients here. We're giving out more masks tomorrow at 9 o'clock, both at Emergency Management Center, 37 Carter Street, and also City Hall. So from that's 9 o'clock on till 4 o'clock. Look at all these restaurants. First, I want to thank all our friends that made donations. That list is growing. We'll make sure we fine-tune that. But senior shopping hours, again, call, because everybody has different hours. And here's just some of the businesses. And Melissa is adding to this. There are only a few businesses, believe it or not, restaurants and takeout. Almost everybody's open now. And they weren't about to wait it out any longer. And the weather's getting better and more people eating out. So thank you from them, through me, to you. They've done quite well, and it's helping them to get to the finish line. And don't forget, off-premise sales of alcohol is permitted. And they know the rules. As long as you're buying food, you can get beer or wine delivered to you. It's such a beautiful day, and everybody wants to, it's like, you know what? I've wanted to get back in shape, and I haven't had a chance to build walking or running or hiking back in my routine. I'm doing it, and good for you. But remember, we have 26 miles of trails. Keep your distance. Wear your mask when you get real close. You can go to our park, same sort of thing, same drill, and just make sure, yes, Gold Bowl is open. Everybody's excited. So, yes, keep your distance, but enjoy our parks. Do not use the equipment, but do enjoy our parks. There's a lot to enjoy. And, yes, well, let's come back here. Let me just check to see if we have any updated numbers. If we don't, I can post them later. Okay, state numbers, here they are. Leominster numbers, 180 active, 125 complete for a total of 305. Yesterday we were at 166 with 124 complete. So we basically stayed the same on those that are complete and are off quarantine and 7 days without any symptoms. We've gone up from 166 to 180, so about 15. And most of this, confirmed by the health department, is a result of nursing homes that are being tested. So they are completely testing everybody at nursing homes. They are testing those who work in nursing homes, assisted living. All of that is being done, and we expect to see those numbers testing positive go up. The good news is a low percentage of those that test positive that need to be hospitalized, and there's also a low percentage of those who even know that they have it. But that's a good thing and a bad thing. If you don't have any symptoms, that's a good thing. The bad thing is if you have it and you don't know it because you haven't been tested, then there are no symptoms. So why would you get tested? And so when they do find out because of tracing, or in the case of nursing homes or assisted living, they're testing everybody, that's the only way we're really finding out, because why would you go get tested when you don't have any symptoms? So I hope that all makes sense. I'm going to run this by you one more time before we leave, and I will certainly post this tomorrow. Free mask at City Hall and also the emergency management. I don't know why my phone won't wake up, but there it is. Oh, now it's disabled because I tried too many times. It's time for a new phone anyway. So tomorrow, May 7th, we are having a day of recognition. We are thanking all essential workers, those in public safety, those work in the medical world. It's been tough. It's been 8 weeks of this, and if not longer, and we just want to thank you. And so we have a couple of things that will happen. At 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, if you're just joining us, the bells at churches will go off. The fire whistles will get off, so don't get nervous. And at exactly 1 o'clock, we have two groups meeting, one at Watertower Plaza, the other one at Francis Drake School. They will leave simultaneously at exactly 1 o'clock, so you've got to be there. Is the public invited to attend? Yes, you can bring your car, truck, helicopter, whatever it is. Bring them down, post things on them if you'd like. You must stay in your car. Everyone in your car must stay in your car. And then we're going to visit nursing homes and rest homes and the hospital. And we're going to drive by and sort of do a little bit of a salute. But we do need to start at exactly 1 o'clock. Doesn't look like we're going to have those numbers. Let me check one more time. I will give our local numbers. Sit tight for 1 second if you don't mind. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to have the state numbers because we're ready to wrap it up. But here's the local numbers. We are at 180 now with active cases, 125 cases being removed. That's a total of 305. We were at 290 yesterday, so we clearly gone up 15. Most as a result of nursing homes and those employees and residents who live there being tested. So that's where we're at. And if you can join us tomorrow, please do. If not, somebody from LTV will be out there. We'll sort of broadcast it as we're moving around the city on Facebook so you can see it. But you can put posters in your windows, put lawn posters. You can post them to your banisters at your house. You can do anything. You can toot your horns at 1 o'clock, whatever it is, to give a rousing 1 o'clock in the afternoon thank you to all those essential workers and those in the healthcare industry and public safety. All right, we're going to stay. We've got state numbers. State numbers are, as of today at 4 o'clock, 438. Total cases in Massachusetts, 72,025. That's up 1,754. Remember, the more testing, the more positives. Worcester County, 6,992. We're almost at 7,000. That's up 395. Deaths in Massachusetts, 4,420. That's up 208. Again, even one is too many. And so that's where we're at. Also, Shoalen Farms is closed today and tomorrow for spraying. So tomorrow and Friday for spraying. So there you go with 72,000 people that have tested positive, a total of 7,000 who are in Worcester County. And remember, we're just a small percentage of that. North Worcester County is just a small percentage of that. 340,000 people have been tested, and 6,990, almost 6,390 deaths I'm sorry, that's up that many from yesterday, so 340,000 have been tested, and deaths are 4,420. That's up 208 from yesterday. So we thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody here at Leominster.tv. Remember, this is rebroadcast at WLPZ 95.1. And we urge you to listen. If you missed this, you can hear the whole thing. They also have they also can stream at WLPZ.org. We will update you in case anything happens during the evening by going to our Facebook page. But in the meantime, be kind, be generous, be nice, be well. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock sharp.